few days ago, there were real doubts that this hostage release would happen, that this precarious ceasefire would persist. But Hamas quietly set aside its threat to suspend releases, Israel flirting with, then walking away from Donald Trump's demand that all remaining hostages be released today. And so, as scheduled, 3 men, Sasha Trufanov, Sagui Dekelchen and Yair Horn, all dual Israeli nationals, went through what have become the familiar final rituals of captivity on stage in southern Khan Yunis. Notably, there was no gauntlet of angry crowds to negotiate, the men seemingly in much better shape than the emaciated captives released last week. Watching on in Israel, the family of the Israeli-American Dekelchen celebrating his freedom after 498 days. For the supporters of Yair Horn, relief shot through with fear for his brother Eitan still being held.
And I know that it's all bittersweet, and I know that Eitan is not home yet, and maybe Yair has news about him, we don't know, but I'm shaking, and I'm really, really happy for them.
For Sagui Dekelchen, a reunion with his wife and parents. And the news that his daughter, born during his captivity, has the middle name Mazel, Hebrew for dawn and luck. In turn, Israel released 369 Palestinians from its prisons, this time trading propaganda stunts with Hamas, dressing them in tops bearing the Star of David and the phrase in Arabic, "We won't forgive or forget." 36 of those released were serving life sentences, some for multiple murders of Israelis, 25 being deported to Gaza or overseas. For many Palestinians, these men have long been symbols of resistance, 11 of them coming home to their families in the occupied West Bank and East Jerusalem.
It's a mix of pain and joy. I left my 2 brothers behind and I left others behind in prison. God willing, the joy will be complete with the release of all the prisoners.
Back in Gaza, the 333 other Palestinians released today, all of them detained by Israeli troops during the war. Reunions even before the buses had been unloaded.
I swear it's an indescribable feeling. Thank God. We were patient and we got what we wanted, despite the suffering we saw, the beatings we endured, the humiliation and the abuse we faced.
Flashes of joy for Palestinians and Israelis both today, as this ceasefire for now barely stays on track. But there's no more clarity about the transition to its second phase, due to start 2 weeks tomorrow and encompass the return of all hostages and an end to the war.